Here we go.
Hello.
Yeah, there we go.
Let me just tell you a story about someone by the name of David Crane. He thinks that California teachers, nurses, firefighters, cops, university employees, and other public sector workers don't need representation. You guys are making too much. And that your benefits are just too much. Well, let me just tell you a little thing about UC workers, particularly the service workers. They make $13 an hour. $13 an hour, and 96% of those workers have to survive by getting onto some kind of a public program. Is that right? No! Well, David Crane thinks that it is right.
What a jerk! He's out of his mind! He's insane! He's out of his mind!
And David Crane wants to abolish all of the unions, the associations that represents the workers of the state of California. And we are not going to allow that to happen. And I will tell you that when he gets his way, and we will fight to make sure he doesn't get his way, but if he gets his way, all of the workers, particularly the service workers, are going to end up like my mother used to be, working in a sweatshop, working for pittance, and still figuring out how to raise a family. And we're not going to allow that to happen. So let me just say something about David Crane. He's got this little thing that he wants, which is he wants to be confirmed as a UC Regent. Our message to David Crane is that, David Crane, you are fired. You are fired. We are going to bring that nomination up, and we are going to grill that guy, and before you know it, he's going to be toasted. He is going to be toasted like you can't believe. The San Francisco way of toasting. That's how someone who's going to be a lot more elegant than I, and a lot smarter than I, is Fiona Ma. She's going to put all the nice words together. But I grew up in Chinatown, and I know what toasted means. But Fiona is going to put all that nice work, and she's going to be absolutely creative. Fiona Ma.
Thank you very much. And first off, I want to thank Senator Leland Yee for his leadership in this area. He's always willing to stand up and do the right thing, and that's why being in the Senate is so important, because people need to be confirmed in the Senate. And I have worked closely with David Crane. When I first got elected to the Assembly, I tried to keep high-speed rail going. And David Crane was an appointee on the High-Speed Rail Commission. And you know, he did everything he could to defund the High-Speed Rail Authority, contract out the over 100,000 potential construction jobs that this project would create. And he did what he could to deny the voters the right to vote for the High-Speed Rail Initiative on the ballot. That's the kind of person David Crane is. He does not have motives that are pure. And talking about pure motives, another person who doesn't have pure motives, our former governor, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Over his term, he did nothing to help working people, seniors, the disabled, and our young people. And what he did right before he left, he did some pretty despicable things. And one of this was appointing David Crane at the last minute, because he knew the kind of person that he would be on the UC Regents. And brothers and sisters, I am a SAG member, and as your brother and sister, we know that united, the unions cannot be defeated. We stand up for the working people, for what's right, and I want to thank Senator Leland Yee for leading us in this fight to make sure that David Crane sees the pink slip. Thank you.
Thank you, Fiona.
Next speaker is the leader of the labor movement in the city and county of San Francisco, Tim Paulson.